city just left. They did a really great job. We have gravel now, which I'm super excited for. That's gonna help us get these monuments back up. We needed gravel. And they trimmed the trees, which was really great. So one of the issues that we had with the trees here is they were just hanging low. Beautiful trees, love the trees here. The fall colors are amazing, but they're kind of low and they shadow over the headstones a bit. And so they trimmed that. They've got dozens of truckloads hauled out today, which was super fantastic. They've been a really great help, and they're going to help me make some keyways as well. They're doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and they're going to come out and work with me here in a few weeks as well. So you'll see more of them, but thanks to them for coming out today, helping clean everything up. So as fall arrives, we can continue to use lime mortar, but we have to be really, really careful with it because it can't freeze, and it's going to take a long, long time to set. So what I'm working on right now is making sure that we get all the lime mortar taken care of first. So I'm working on the tablets before we work on some of these stacked monuments that are out here. So that's why we're working on the tablets, because they need to have a little bit longer time to set. So I'm gonna continue working on cleaning that, and we'll get working on it. So we're gonna continue cleaning. So I was mentioning we were going to be using some lime mortar products. In this particular area, if you remember, this area is the tablet ruins, that's what we've been calling it, and this is an area where a lot of the tablets had field keyways. So we've got to rebuild the keyways, we have to recast that. We're going to make that out of a cast concrete, but we're going to reset that into lime mortar, and in doing so, we need to make sure that that lime mortar cures, and that's something that takes time. And it's really, really tricky as we get into fall. And so that's something that I'm concerned about. We're kind of rushing against the clock and against the weather. And if the weather turns on us too much, we're just simply not going to be able to put these back up before winter comes, and we'll come back in the spring and work on it. But that's why I'm working on this particular area and these tablets to begin with, because we have a lot of other stacked monuments that we need to work on as well. I haven't addressed those just yet because we're going to have to get those done a little bit later. This moment is a little awkward at times. The name is so far gone on here, I don't even know who this is. I love that I'm able to do this for them and for the family, but I don't even know who this is yet. I'm excited to find out who they are. I'm excited to uncover that discovery, but we're not there yet in that process. So awkward in the moment, because I can't identify with who this is, but really excited that we're going to be able to get there. As you know, for me, everyone has a story. It doesn't matter who they are. Every single person has a story. And so as I'm doing this work, I never look at the person beforehand. I don't go look at names. I just do the work. I do the work that's in front of me, and I find the story that comes along with it after the fact. I love doing genealogy work, and we'll find that out later. But for now, this is just simply the process. This is my process. There's no sensationalism here. I'm not seeking out a story. I'm not trying to manufacture a story or seek out a person that has a sensationalized story to go along with it and then do the work. It's not my style, but I really enjoy this style, which is a mystery. So far, this headstone I think is probably one of my favorites in terms of its design. I love tablets, but just the drapery here across the top is just stunning. This is Elizabeth J. You're certainly going to see me use a couple different brushes. These are soft bristle brushes here, and then I have a wire brush here. The difference is that I typically will use this if I've got a larger buildup of dirt and I want to work it away quickly in volumes with this. This is something that I have that's a little bit more detailed. And these are on surfaces that are meant to be cleaned, like here, where there's a presentation to it, where it's carved. We never want to use a wire brush on one of these surfaces. We use the wire brush for what we call the mating surface, which is the area where it's either fractured or it's intentionally to be bonded to another. So in this instance, we need to clean that more aggressively, and so we'll use the wire brush for it. But we never want to do it on here. We don't want to scratch that up and take away some of the finish here, because this is a really quite soft and sensitive stone. But I really love these. These are from OXO, just something that you might use around the house to clean your dishes with. And they certainly wear down. This is certainly used to be a whole heck of a lot longer here, but it's worn down over time, which is great. That's what I'm looking for. But I really love these from OXO, and then I don't even remember the brand on this. I think it's maybe like a Red Devil or something like that, but links are in the description if you care about that kind of stuff. But I really, really like this, and I like having different options for brushes. This is holding a little bit too much water here for my preference for cleaning. I'm going to go and get some material and make a little bit of a ramp out of this. Tablet stones certainly are fragile, and so laying them like this with pressure on that for a very long period of time is not something that you want to do. I'm going to do this lightly, and we'll do it pretty quickly. We've examined this for fractures or other conditions, but really what you don't want to do is put a hand here or something heavy, because you'll just break it. So even though my name is Millennial Stone Cleaner here on social media, cleaning is by no means my favorite part. The reconstruction is, the full-on repairing of breaks, the resetting aspect is. But something like this, if you guys have seen Katie from A Grave Attraction, you've seen her a lot on my channel. We've worked together quite a lot. She's really awesome. And if you haven't, check her out, A Grave Attraction, on all the different platforms. But she is the most meticulous cleaner I have ever met. So she'll spend all day at this, which is great. I don't have the patience for it. And with that, I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's getting a little hard to see out here, probably doesn't show that on camera, but a little dark. We've got a number of these tablets cleaned up. The city was out here to help, super awesome. We've got gravel. We've got this really well underway, but we still have to get this done before winter, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.